for UK football, that's what it seems like sometimes. But it is a big week, especially this year. Um, Going through what we're going through, being 4-4. Um, it'll be nice to get a W. Um, to go 5-4 and have a really good chance of going 8-4 this season with the turmoil that we had at quarterback. Going 8-4 would be unbelievable. The best coaching job, in my opinion, probably in UK history. I know I'm going out on a limb with that statement, but to go 8-4 after everybody thought it was a rebuilding year, which I said beginning of the year it wasn't going to be a rebuilding year. I had them winning 10 games. Yeah, because I saw the depth that we had last year. I stated that many times about how we finally have SEC depth, and um, I had a really good feeling that we will win 10 games. And looking at the landscape of the other teams in conference, the only team that really scared me was Georgia. All the rest of the games I felt were winnable. Um, so for us to be in this situation is is awesome. Yes, we need to win out for sure. That will make everyone happy. Um, so if we win out, I mean, the fans have to see this as being an unbelievable year, setting up for a potential great year next year. Although the schedule isn't as friendly next year as it was this year, which is one reason why I had us winning 10 games because of the amount of home games that we had. So uh, let's get to the elephant in the room. Uh, the whole Stoops to Florida State deal. I personally don't see it happening. I don't see him leaving this program that he's built for an ACC program. I don't think he's an ACC coach. To be honest with you, especially with he would be in that Clemson um, Division 2. That's going to be a tough win for any coach coming there the in the next couple of years because Clemson is set up for at least another 2 years. Now he was in that other, I think it's the Post. I can't remember the division. He was in that division with Miami and Georgia Tech and what's the other team? Is it Vatech? Then I could understand, but he's in the division with Clemson. That's a tough one. And I think nowadays with coaches, there's a lot more variables in the situation. Used in the past, it was money. Now everybody's making money, so that's not a reason to leave. It's lifestyle. It's the environment. It's the area. It's the facilities. And Stoops has everything in that package at UK. I'm telling you, every coach that I played for at UK during the losing years, they love Kentucky. Coach Archer came back after leaving for Pittsburgh for the Steelers. He came back with his eyes on staying there for a while and eyeing the head coaching role. So I promise you, from the coach's standpoint, it is one of the best situations, lifestyle wise, in the country. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's one of the best for a lot of reasons. Uh, they in the SEC, so they're gonna get the SEC money. Uh, Mr. Barnhart, for all the fan hatred to him, the coaches love him because he supports them. And the programs that UK has thrived since he became AD. I don't know him personally. I'm not at Kentucky. I'm not around him. I don't know all that personality traits. But from a production standpoint, wins and losses through the program, he has produced. Undoubtedly, it's without question that the man has produced. From the women's programs to the football facilities, everything, track. So, in that essence, I don't think Stoops is going to get that support. I shouldn't say that. He's not going to get any better support anywhere he goes. And he's built this program. It's going to be hard for him to leave a program that he's built. He didn't come into an already built program and he just continued the legacy. No, he created a legacy. It's going to be hard for him to give up on that legacy. Another couple of years, he goes 8-4 this year, and let's not count the bowl game. Let's say he goes 9-4 after a 10-3 year, after losing, quote unquote, 2 legendary players. He is starting to cement his legacy. To me, he will be overcoming Bear Bryant for sure. I personally think he has surpassed Bear Bryant already with how he came into this program. And that leads to the Tiger Woods comparison I have for him. Tiger Woods has always been compared to Jack Nicklaus, even though I think the majority of golfers, past and present, would say he's a better golfer. But that 18 majors is hanging over Tiger's head. But as far as skill set, I would think most people would say Tiger's a better golfer. They would say probably the greatest golfer alive ever, the GOAT. But he has this past guy that's hanging over his head. And that's the same thing that Stoops has. He has this past guy, Bear Bryant, not hanging over his head, but the comparison is there, even though the landscape of sports has totally changed. I wasn't around in the 50s, obviously, but I would guarantee that the SEC is a little bit tougher now than what Bear had to go through when he was at Kentucky. I would guarantee you that having social media and practice restrictions, coaches' responsibilities to the media and to the boosters and all the other stuff that goes along with head coach is totally different than it was in the 50s. Because I just learned last night that a couple teams, 3 teams, then playing bowl games. And one of the alleged reasons was because of there not being a big enough bowl to go through the crazy practices that Bear Bryant was having during bowl week. So they decided to go on Christmas and not take the punishment to go to some of these lower bowls as they saw at that time. So to me, Stoops I shouldn't say he's the greatest now because he's had 1 great season, 2 really good seasons. And if he's continued this path, he will be the best coach in UK history. And I can't see the path detouring too much because after this year, this was supposed to be the year of a step back. And honestly, it wasn't a step back if you look at it. Lose our starting quarterback, returning starting quarterback for the first time since Steven Johnson, for Stoops, having a returning starting quarterback, a dynamic quarterback, without the crutch of having Benny as a running back and having to feed him 20 plus times a game. I really think this offense would have been a little more dynamic. Even with that, we lose him. Then our backup gets hurt. Obviously, in that Florida game, and then he got hurt again in Mississippi State game when he got sacked on his shoulder. And now playing with a wide receiver at quarterback and still being able to devise a game plan to be 2-1 with a quarterback with a receiver at quarterback needs to be commended. That's pretty special stuff, especially we close out this year like I think we will and we should. This is going to be a season that I think many people will hold on to just for the fact that Lynn Bowden is our quarterback probably for probably for the next, we got 8 games this year, for 8 games this year, he would have been the starting quarterback and has a chance of going 7-1. That's pretty incredible. So I think Stoops is like Tiger Woods in that respect, because even though I would say he's the greatest coach, he has someone in the past that has a really big name, whom also did big things at Alabama, that's hanging over his head, and did big things for our program in the 50s. So Stoops is my guy. I like winning. I didn't do too much of that when I was at UK, so I like winning. I don't care what it looks like. Bad W's are way better than pre-L's. Tell you that. So I like where we at. I like where we are at right now. I wish we had Terry at quarterback. I think it would have been. We would have had a chance of having a really special year if Terry was healthy. Because if you look at these teams and how we have played them with limited offense, we have done a pretty good job. So I'm at my client tomorrow. I'm going to talk about these offensive stats that some of the haters be throwing up to try to diminish the uptick of our program. I will tackle that tomorrow. Thanks for listening.